Everyone, I'm going to be teaching you guys support and resistance today. Now, when you think about resistance or the word support, what is it that comes to your mind, right? I want you guys to think of resistance and support in this way. So let's say resistance is the roof, right? The resistance is the roof. It's keeping us from going up. And let's put our support is the floor, the ground, the bed, whatever you're on, that's your support, right? The support is beneath you. The support is keeping you from falling. That same rules apply in this market right now. So the resistance is when price is going up or it's buying and then it starts to sell because it's resisting from going past that point, right? Same for support. Support is when it's selling and then it starts to buy and it starts to go up because it could not go past that support. That support held it from falling for price to keep going down. Make sense? You guys gotta excuse me, man. It's been a pretty long day. So, bear with me. Um So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how to mark that up in this market and how to use that so that you can trade with it. So what I do is when I first look to mark up support and resistance, which is very important, you guys, I look for the high places in the market where price was and the lowest places in the market where price was, right? So I'll get my horizontal lines, right? Obviously, I'll put it here and I change the color of resistance from support. I like to change the color so I don't get them confused. Some people they don't. I'm different. So I'll do resistance blue, dark blue, and I'll do support red. So I'm automatically saying this is a resistance because as you can see, price, which is this. Remember, this is price. It came up and it started to come back down, so it's resisting right there. It came up again and it's resisting right there, and so since this is now a resistance level, it caused the price to come all the way back down. So if you guys can spot support and resistance, you can trade off of that alone, right? Because if you knew this was resistance and you saw that it came back up to this resistance level, you could have sold it, and wow, yeah, you would have caught all of that, all of those pips. So, if you don't know what a pip is, you guys go back to the newbie tab and go to beginner, go to forex intro and read around there, you guys. But yeah, same for resistance, right? So I mean support. I'm gonna show you guys the support, and I put it right here. This is the bot. This is the lowest it's been, so that's an obvious support, right? I mean, if it's the lowest it's been, it's an obvious support because it's never been that low again. So it only makes sense, right? So that's an obvious support level. Now you want to do the same thing. You guys, you want to find at least two of each, right? Two of each. So I'm gonna do my next support level right here. The reason why I say that is because right when price came down, right here, it started to go back up. Right? It started to go back up. And so that made this a new support level. Now, what does make it an actual support level is if price touches that level more than one time, right? I personally look for it to touch at least 3 times. I look for price to touch a certain level, and I'm a back up my words. So right here, as you guys can see, price touched this resistance level 3 times, right? One, you see where my mouse is? 2, 3, right? This is a resistance level. Now, for this support, it touched it 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. So, this is a good support level. So, I will mark that up for my support. Now, I will look for another resistance level. Some people, they look for support and resistance a little different. So I know for some people they trade support and resistance strictly off of wicks. They just go by wicks, right? So I'm putting my new resistance level up here because this is this is one of the highs. If I can move this, what the hell? All right, this is one of the highs, so I'm putting this as my new resistance level. Change that to blue. So as you guys can see, okay, so let's look for some more support and resistance levels. Sorry about this, guys. My chart is pretty clustered. Boom. Let me click. Got it. Sorry about that, you guys. Right, so I'm gonna use this as my support. Now, I know people ask me why use that as your support. Well, as you can see, price has been in this level so many times. Price has been at this level so many times. Even though it broke it right here, it still came back up, and this is now a level of interest. So as you can see, let's say I was in the market at this time. If price was jumping around right here, this is now my support. And me knowing that that was my support, I would have, let's look at the market like this, where you can't see, because this is an old market. So, right, so when the market is like this, and I know this is now my found support, because even though it broke support right here, price is having a hard time breaking support right now. And it's touched so many times. So just knowing this is my support, you can get in for a buy, right? You want to get in when you feel as if price is going to respect that support or resistance level. So right here, it respected it. Price respected this resistance level. Once it got back up here, it sold because it respected the resistance level. Once price got right here, it bought because it respected this support level, right? Now, am I saying it's always going to respect it? No. As you guys can see, this is one of my support levels, and it went past it, right? It kept going down. So it's not always going to respect your support or resistance, but as long as you have, this is why I say have 2 to 3 support and resistance levels marked up, because now that I have 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, I know this is my lowest. This one has been broken before, but it's also a key level, and price was right here now. So boom, it's gonna respect, it already broke past it, but it's coming back up. It's gonna respect this resistance and bounce off for the buy. But you guys could have got back in. Now the resistance is so strong up here, right? This blue line is now the resistance. It's so strong, it's not even letting price get back up to this point, right? Because this is now the new, this was the resistance level. Price, it can't even let price get up here. That's how strong this resistance level is. So you guys could have literally waited to get back in for a sell. This is the new resistance. So if price doesn't come back up here, obviously it's going to sell, right? Because it respected it right here. Respected it so well. It's beautiful. Boom, nope, couldn't pass it. Boom, nope, couldn't pass it. It's trying to come back up. Boom, nope, couldn't even pass it. This is not a resistance. You get what I'm saying? So now when price comes back up to this level where this blue line is, you guys, you want to wait. You don't want to just jump right into a trade, but you want to wait to see, okay, if it passes it or if it respects that resistance. Same for support. You guys want to wait and see if it passes it or respects it, right? Like right here, this support, once price got right here, right? Once price got right here, you guys. So as I was saying, when price got right here, it respected this support, and you could have bought it, right? You could have bought it and caught all of those pips, right? So that's the good thing about finding support and resistance. Now, I'm going to go a little bit more into depth and mark up some more. There's never a limit on how many support and resistance lines you can have, because obviously the more the better, because now if you have more support and resistance lines, you can kind of play the market in between those lines, right? So I'm gonna give you guys an example. Right? This is a resistance. Now, if you ask me why is this a resistance? Now, this line, I made this a resistance line because when price bounced off of this support, it came up here, and as you guys could see, it had a tough time passing it, right? It came up, had a tough time passing it, came down. Came up, tried it again, came down, right? It had a tough time passing it. Now, it did pass it, don't get me wrong, it did pass it, but this is now a resistance level. And if price gets back in this level, this is a key, this is a key resistance level. So now you can kind of play the market. This is what I mean when I say play the market in between the support and resistance level, right? I know this is a resistance level, this is support. Price, once it got here, boom, this is support, you could have bought it, right? Now it got to this resistance level and it broke it. It broke it. So this is now the new resistance. So you guys actually can make up another line. This is now the new resistance. So now you have two. Sorry about that. I don't know why that moved. Now you have two resistance levels right by each other, which is perfect because you still can play this within the market. Now, this is now the new resistance. It sold, right? This is now the new resistance. It's going to sell. So price came back down to this support, which you guys know that this is support because how many times it's already been hit at this level? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is support. Boom, right? And it started to come back up. Now, this is resistance because we already had it marked up, right? This is our resistance because of back here. It had a hard time passing this. Price had a hard time passing this part. Boom, it's having a hard time again. Like I said, the market is patterns, right? The market, if it's done it before, it's going to do it again, right? There's a method behind this madness to the market. There's a reason the market does what it does. Now, all you have to do is just learn why the market is doing what it's doing. And once you learn that, you can make money whenever you want to with this market, right? Now that we know this is a resistance level, why? Because price could not pass it. When I say price, I mean the green and red line. That's price. You could turn that into a line graph. Let's see. As you guys can see, you could turn it into a line graph and there's no green or red, right? It's just one price. I use candlesticks simply because if it's green, you know it's buying. If it's red, you know it's selling. So, it's pretty simple that way. But yeah, price couldn't pass here. So now this is now a resistance level. Price is having a hard time passing it again. So now, let's say if I was looking to trade, I would stay patient and I would see what price is going to do with this resistance, what price is going to do with the support. Let's say price comes back down to the support and then it decides to break it. Then I would sell, right? If it breaks this support, that means it's going to keep going down because it has to create a new support level now. Just like when it broke this resistance, it kept going up because it got to find a new resistance level, right? So just knowing support and resistance, you guys, you definitely could play that to the market and create some good pips and some great setups with just resistance and support alone. Just looking for a resistance level. Look for a support level. Obviously, once you got the resistance, once you got support levels, then you trade within those levels. Boom, this is my support. Price got down here to the support and it came back up, right? So I know a bunch of people, they're wondering, so how can you tell when the price is going to do this, right? You wait. It's called patience. It's called patience within the market, right? We already know that this is support because of back here, right? This is as low as the price has been. This is lowest price has been since April, right? So now that we know that's as low as price has been since April, that's now our support. So we already have it marked up. So once we see price start to get that low again, or I'm sorry, not as low as it's been since April, but you see price had a hard time breaking this support. It kept fighting and it kept coming back up. Once it broke it, it still came back up because it made a lower support, right? Once it breaks support, it's going to make a lower support, and it came back up. So now, and it tried to come back down again and break it. No, support was too strong. Tried to come back down again. Nope, support was too strong. Came all the way up. Resistance, we know that's our resistance. So it's trying to come back down again. Support is too strong. Came back up. Tried to come down again. Support was too strong. And it came back up. Right? So we know that's how we know that's our support. That's how you identify your support. Same for resistance. The same exact. Alright, so on the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys supply and demand zones, which is which is really my favorite because it's perfect with trend trading. In my eyes, I'm going to be showing you guys support and resistance. Not support and resistance. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys supply and demand. And after that, I'm going to be showing you guys confluence trading and what I do when I look for a trade and how I mark up my charts. So I'm going to be actually getting deep into it on how exactly I mark up my charts and how I use trends, confluence trading, support and resistance, and also supply and demand zones. Alright, so I'll see y'all in the next video.